But you guys probably already seen this car. I'm pretty sure it's iconic. It's broken the internet a couple of times. I don't even want to introduce it because you pretty sure most of you guys have seen it, but I still have to introduce it because I think it's the only right thing to do. But I'm gonna hand the mic over real quick. I'm gonna let him introduce himself, and you guys already know who it is, but still, tell him who you are, bro.
This is Z-Wing, otherwise known as Zwing. Some people know me as Zach, but most of the city knows me as Zwing. What up?
He said, what?
How you doing?
Yeah, we good. But you guys remember one of the videos that like to me was like, holy crap, and I watched it so many times. And we was talking about this previously, but we was like, yo, we gotta get on the camera. But the iconic Christmas tree on the roof, you sliding out of the yo, dude. To me, that was like
right past the King County Jail, downtown Seattle.
Oh man, we gotta plug a clip of that in there. But dude, that was like one of the like, and what's crazy was like around that time is when like I'll probably say like the pinnacle of like when people were like coming up with crazy stuff to do. I don't want to say crazy, but like.
So we were competing in the YouTube space, like just how Instagram Reels is now. We got TikTok short format content is king at the moment. At the time, it was what can you do with 3 minutes? 3 minutes was about the target for YouTubers to like make a viral thing pop. What can you do in 3 minutes? Incredibly, creatively, shock factor, crazy. So yes, we were competing in a space where people were like a lot more motivated to make cinematic pieces.
Right,
and
because I remember that, man.
it was a time. It was a time.
Instagram wasn't like how it is now. It definitely wasn't.
It's oversaturated with all that. So.
Listen,
people used to appreciate it. Used to appreciate this kind of
stuff. No.
You know, but
now the only way they appreciate this stuff is like you said, on top of the car.
Yeah.
You know, and it sucks, man. It kind of sucks to get to that point, but it's like, you know, I guess people to them now is at a point where it's all about just trying to just get the likes and the views.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like
we've been grandfathered in before all that happened.
Right.
So we're doing all right.
You gotta be creative, man. You gotta be creative, man. Everybody doing the same old, like you said, the same selling. I don't even want to say it. You guys know what I'm talking about. And he just displayed it a second ago. So
be different like him and get you RWB.
Yo, listen.
Nobody's done that before.
I'm broke.
I'm broke. No, I'm kidding.
Nah. But all jokes.
You the purple RWB.
Yeah. Thank you,
man. Beautiful car.
Thank you, bro.
All
Thank you, bro.
Aside.
Nah, I appreciate that coming from you, man. Yeah. I really do. And this is, come on. I've been wanting to cross over to the drift world. I've been saying that for like the longest. I think I'm too too much of no, cut that out.
Hopped out of the Subi game as soon as I test drove a rear-wheel drive vehicle. It was a 97 Technoviolet M3. This guy said, take it for a test drive and try to drift it. And I was like, are you coming with me? And he's like, no, go ahead.
And that literally,
and I was like, it's a beautiful M3. You're telling me to just drift your car? I never drifted before. He's like, it's okay. You can figure it out.
No way.
So I ripped a little UE in the middle. I was like, oh my. I parted out my Subaru, gave him $6,000 cash, spent
that was when they were worth that at that time.
2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, practicing on ramps, intersections, like away from people safely, not take over shit. And we learned how to drift in the streets.
So that was when like you literally had like an epiphany, dude. That was like your waking moment of like, you know, you probably turned like Super Saiyan at that point. You know, your next level, dude.
I was a broke Tacoma kid, you know. We figured this thing out in the streets.
Oh,
in a couple other cars before we worked our way up to building this.
So is this the same car that?
This is the Christmas video car. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even also the same car that you bought, that like the same guy that you described.
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
No, had to move to London because we became the media director of a supercar rally. And I had to sell the M3, unfortunately. And then got deported, blackmailed, came back to America. Fuck that guy. And I had to like start back over. Had lost my laptop, lost my film equipment, lost my clothes. Came back with nothing to Seattle. Bought a E30, bought a 528i. Traded up until I traded a Sony A7S camera right before the Mark II came out. The A7S II came out. Traded it for this with a blown motor.
Get out, dude.
Spent 6 months in pre-production, turning all of our film clients into sponsors. Sent out emails, proposals. Hey, we're doing something crazy for SEMA this year. We're gonna leverage this. And they're like, oh my gosh, an automotive videographer who does marketing is gonna build a car. This is perfect.
Right.
Sent us 100,000 plus in parts, just like boom, boom, boom. Built it in a month, brought it to SEMA, Bluetooth drive shaft style. Sorry about it. Blame Sicky. They sent me the wrong drive shaft 4 times. So,
oh man,
it is what it is. And now we've been building it ever since. We've had the car for 9 years, and it's
9 years,
just,
man.
I'll give you a walk around. If you want to come over and look at the motor for a second.
Yeah.
So this started its life as a 6.2 liter LS3 from a 2013 Camaro SS down in Sacramento, California. I rented a rental minivan. My buddy and I, we drove to California, put it in the trunk, took some seatbelts and strapped the motor in, drove it up here because this car was supposed to go to Europe for a supercar rally. And we had a rod knock on our brand new crate engine because our oil filter relocation kit lines were installed backwards, in to in, out to out.
Nice.
Instead of out to in to out.
Nice.
No instructions on that one. But this has been rebuilt 3 times since. It's a 416 stroked Texas speed, 6.8 liter, forged internals, bottom end, top end, full thing's ready for like high revs and lots of horsepower.
Nice.
We just put a flex fuel sensor on and we're gonna tune it for E85 and we're shooting for 600 wheel. Naturally aspirated. Right now we're at 530 to the wheels. And yeah, so, but same chassis for the last 9 years. We've been competing with the same car for.
And this is like all your work here, like all of this. This is sick, man.
Don't zoom too close in on the welds; they're kind of nasty. We were in a rush. We painted the engine bay, slapped the motor, and drove to Vegas the next day. Like, there's been a lot of like rushes to get to drift events sometimes, and sometimes like you got to restart every now and then. But yeah, like these were nice welds up here. These are sexy.
Oh, on the strut tower here?
Mm-hmm. I think we ran out of gas on these booger welds for the.
So what you did is just more reinforcement?
This is a Park Shop Max strut tower reinforcement. So
sick.
The fender apron like grabs the
Dude.
strut tower, and then if there's any like front end collision damage, I put these 2 Allen bolts on here. You can just remove this.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Build a new piece.
That's sick.
And then we've got our swing bar in the front that protects the front end. It's behind the bumper.
Dude, this is awesome, man. Yeah, this is awesome, dude. No, you gotta teach me how to drift, man. I've been slacking, dude. I've been slacking,
sit in the car
and just do it.
Experience it.
Yeah.
Get your motivation, inspiration first, to then spend your time teaching yourself.
That's right. No, you're right.
You got to build yourself up with some motivation to like commit and build something like
so
this. So
leading into that, what would you say would be good advice for anybody young or anybody who hasn't been drifting or never been drifting as like entry level? Like what would you say is your best advice? And even as far as a car or even getting into it, whatever, what would you say?
Focus on seat time, obviously. You need to be spending as much. Get a car as close to driftable as possible and get out there to your local track. Or when if you're not bothering anybody in a parking lot, whatever you need to do, and by yourself safely, or not where you're bothering other people or risking people's lives. And suspension, if you need to cut the springs because you're broke,
go do it.
Do what you got to do.
Angle kit, I'm assuming.
Throw on an angle kit or Amazon, $50. They make like little control arm extension pieces, aluminum adapters you just bolt on. Obviously, we got the real deal, the FDF race shop from Canada. Beautiful steering angle kit on this right now. But I'm
assuming
the gold-plated Iron Monkey rifle collaboration hydro.
That looks sick.
This has not been filmed or released yet anywhere. This is a real gold Zwing engraved Mexican scroll down the back. Hydro from Nameless Performance, and that's a collaboration with Iron Monkey Rifle. They gold plate weapons, so like AK-47s, bazookas. They're working with like Dana White, like Mexican Cartel, MS-13, the mob up in New York.
Yeah, no, he's
doing some cool stuff.
What would you recommend? Any entry level car that's like affordable?
So the E36 and E46 chassis are tremendous driver confidence vehicles that started as a $40,000 car. Now you can buy it for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 bucks. That's what people don't realize about European cars. just because the values dropped on the market doesn't mean that
The quality.
the chassis. The reason a BMW is what a lot of people would say is a superior drifting chassis is because of the natural grip in the rear. So it has divorced suspension.
Yeah.
And it grabs the road a lot harder. BMW, in fact, the E30 was the first car to win Le Mans, right? So the 3 Series was.
Yeah.
It was a great track car, and then it translates great as a drift car.
What I was putting my eye on and keeping my eye on is the 350Zs. How you feel? What do you think about those? Gay? So then so all right.
Okay. Japanese cars for me. I can't sit here and blanket general terms on Japanese cars. Okay, listen.
That didn't sound good.
Japanese cars are great.
Okay.
But
come on.
I mean, there's a reason why I crossed over from the JDMC
German.
to the
Okay. All right,
not.
let me explain this to you. All right, the difference between Japanese manufacturers and German. Japan knew that Americans were dumb. They said, we're gonna build a car that even if you don't maintain it, it will still run, but it's just gonna run. All right. The Germans built cars where they said, we're gonna build these things right, and if you don't keep up with the maintenance, it's not gonna be fun. But if you do,
It's gonna last
you got an incredible piece of art. You got metallurgists, scientists, building and creating cooling systems that fail every 100,000 miles. But see, they're ahead of the game to the point that they want you to fail and see what you can do to like beef it up stronger.
Yeah. No, it's true though. I mean, listen, I vouch for it. I mean, you guys know went through M's, M3s, all that stuff. And now you see I'm in the Porsche space and dude, I'm not leaving. I'm stuck here. And there's a reason why. My RWB, 30 years old, dude, the thing drives almost like better than most of the brand new cars out here. You, like you said, you keep up the maintenance, you do everything right.
E36 is an incredibly competitive chassis.
Dude, this is, I think, by far one of the best chassis as far as BMW goes. I mean, a lot of people love the E46 M3. I think I'm a big fan. I mean, I think it's very debatable between, everybody has their opinion what the best M3 is, but I think the E36 is the sleeper as far as like chassis wise. I think this is it. And I think the next one after that, people will argue, is the E92 M3.
Yeah. I mean,
and I'm an E46 guy, and I'm saying that. But listen.
Or you could be like you could be like the Sorensen twins. They compete in Formula Drift with M4 bodies that are overlaid on E46 chassis.
Oh, see, I didn't know. Just learned something new.
Little secret.
Oh snap!
Sorensen twins have a M4 body
over an E46
chassis. I just bought an E46 6 months ago.
Nice.
We're gonna weld the diff, pump up the tires, and we're just gonna start making that our C-Time car because this is way too expensive to drive. We go through $1,500 in tires every event.
Wow.
If we have a full day, and
no, drifting is expensive, dude.
It is very expensive.
I tell that's also the reason why I'm broke.
Oh, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money.
Can't do both.
Do not waste your tax on a 240. Don't spend 10 grand on your chassis. Spend $2,000, $1,500. Pump up your tires. Drop your suspension. Get a steering wheel, a seat, and then start driving. And then you're going to be spending, you're going to replace your 2 tires once every 2 months.
Yeah.
Until you start learning how to really drive a car crazy. We replace every 3 minutes a set of tires.
Wow.
When this is on track. This thing is nuts. But get a car, don't spend too much money on. Focus on just getting it driftable.
Yeah, that's good. No, that's good advice. I think you're right, man. I absolutely agree with that because, like you said, you just gotta get out there and do it. So
gotta get out there and do it.
Damn, I gotta listen to my own advice. Yo, Zach, my man. Dude, I mean, you guys already know him. If you don't follow him, shout out to Instagram. You already said it, but the people gotta
swing.
Dude, that was awesome, man. I appreciate it, man. And guys, you're gonna see this thing ripping through the internet like crazy, like usual. So, oh man, I gotta next. You gotta take me for a ride at it, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta take
tomorrow.
Me for a ride. I got a bad stomach though, so I might shit on myself.
You guys
I'm here tomorrow.
I might give out some red ones.
Holy crap!
Some Tacoma red ones.
Yeah. So you might see actually me shit on myself on camera for the first time. So stay tuned for that one. But dude, yes, we out. Cut.